So can you manage your business full time and travel for pleasure? Hello everyone, welcome back to Imparables. My name is Jose Miguel Taramona. I'm director of Ludus Mastery, and today we have something really awesome to talk about, people that is in business, and it's about traveling. When you travel, when you are managing your business, and what are the characteristics, how can this podcast help you today? So don't forget to give it a thumbs up if we are ready, and let's start. So the question that comes today is how to manage your business when you are traveling a lot. There's a lot of people that normally travels, sometimes for pleasure, sometimes for work. But how can you manage a full business in travel? And we were talking about this today. And it's been really happening now. The people is coming back to traveling, right? After all this happening, if you're watching this video today, is 2021 in October. So hopefully you just passed all the pandemic and your business is up and running again. But we'll be talking about that today. And the first thing that I want to talk about is how can we manage your traveling. Are you having a schedule? Do you are planning ahead? Because the first thing on any business is having this structure that would allow you to do that. And to allow you to be able to travel, but to also manage the business where you're traveling. So can you manage your business full-time and travel for pleasure? And my answer is, in my opinion, absolutely yes. If you have this structure in place, you actually can go and do whatever you feel like, and traveling for pleasure, traveling for spiritual retreats, or whatever you want to do. Like if you have the delegation established, the structure in your business that allows you to take that time, right? What is the point of business? To get more revenue to your business span, and you actually work in the things that you really like, or spend your time in the things or the people that you actually enjoy. And in order to do that, if traveling is one of them, you have to put the pillars in place of your business to actually allow you to do that. So organization, structure, and planning are your key ingredients for this traveling that you want to do or that you are doing now. And the thing is that if you are doing everything, you won't be able to do this, because you won't be able to enjoy it. When you put your mind in something, and then, I have to travel, and you travel, and then you are thinking about, I still have to do this, I still have to do that, I still have to meet with this client, I still have to invoice this person, right? You are not 100% present in your traveling or while you are away. So my thing is, create that structure, clear that prioritization and that planning, give to yourself, and then with traveling is really important. More when it's about traveling to meet clients, right? When you're meeting clients, traveling, I think it's a great thing. Like, it's meeting people in person. I love it. Now we have a lot of platforms, Teams, Zoom, other platforms that you actually can do meetings online. But to me, it's nothing like meeting somebody to actually close a deal. So if you have to meet clients, just organize your time. Prepare your pitch. If you're gonna go to pitch your product or service, and you have to be traveling is a great way to actually be able to be perfectionist all these things that actually needs to be in place. But create a plan, create a time blocking, create the priorities that you want in order to accomplish what you want to be. More if you are traveling to actually close a deal, you don't want to travel and put all the extra effort to actually the deal fell through. So plan. Now the question comes, how can we work while traveling? Something that I do when I travel a lot, I spend that time in reading, I spend the time in creating reports, I spend the time in actually educating myself, right? Like when you have travels from 6 hours time or 3 hours, sometimes I have 14 hours travel times. one of the things that I do a lot of this reading is engage in that educational self that I need to do, right? Other things that I start pre-planning my meetings that I'm gonna do ahead. If you have, planning at airports and airplanes, if you know how to manage it, are a great ally, right? It will help you to coordinate much more better, because in the end of the day, you are probably disconnected. And now, if you can connect and you can do emails and you can actually edit videos, if you can now, you take decisions maybe that you wouldn't take with a lot of people around, this is a place to actually do it. So when you are traveling, try to find this space. Everything have to be allocated, and you have to have the right equipment when you travel. It's something that people don't notice. Maybe your computer is not well for traveling, or maybe not your iPad. Maybe you need actually the right equipment to actually make your work easy. And more when you are in the airplane or in the air for a long time. So we come to the idea that traveling is not bad for business or entrepreneurs. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're a salesman and you need to travel for business, it's a great way to actually meet more people and actually to understand other locations and to manage your time, right? If you're traveling a lot, you need to manage your time of going to the airport, getting back to the airport, doing the luggage, getting your stuff ready, right? Pass through security. But also, one of the things what are the pros and cons that actually come with traveling? And one of the things that it happens to me a lot is managing energy. I think in those long hours, flight hours, you really learn to have a point of recess and to rest, right? Because even though you are not physically in doing stuff, in not doing objective, you are mentally probably working a lot during the airplane hours, and in those times you need to learn to actually manage your energy. Also, how your nutrition goes, how your physical activities go. When you travel and go to hotel, it's really important to keep your body moving. So in those time difference, right, keep your nutrition healthy. Trying to understand the way that your body works, when to eat, when to rest, and when to do physical exercise. Like, that was the hardest part that I have in the beginning when I started traveling a lot, right? I always try particularly not to travel that much, but when I do it, I have to plan this. When do I eat? Where am I going? What is the time difference? Check out the jet lag. You don't want to be in the middle of your meeting completely out of focus because you're just tired. So one of the greatest challenge that I have is managing the energy and be able to perform on my daily routine in a new place, in a new schedule. But once you actually get it, you make yourself completely free and completely ready to work. And just as a side note, one of the things that I actually learned when I was traveling to business is how to change my perspective and my mindset in regard to traveling. Before, I used to I used to hate traveling, right? Because I need to go to the airport, I needed to go to pass through security because the flights always get canceled, and I was actually looking at what I don't have instead of looking at what I'm gonna get or what I already have. So to me, one of the lessons that came with traveling is to change the perspective, is to understand that I cannot condition the work, and I can sit down and cry, or I can just adapt and overcome, right? To bring the mindset of traveling is actually something that can bring you more things, and you can get a lot of things out of it, okay? So no complaining. I used to complain so much about traveling, about when the flight was canceled, but it's because I wasn't structured and I wasn't planning. So for you, that you're a traveling entrepreneur, manage your business, have time for yourself, everything comes to structure, planning, and have the right mindset. That traveling can bring you a lot of goodies, but it can bring you a lot of learnings and lessons and a lot of work done in the airplane hours. So I wish you the best. Don't forget to subscribe to our social media. Remember, this podcast is in all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we are here waiting for you. Thumbs up if you like the information, thumbs down, and see you in the next episode of Imparables.